This week's 48 Hours investigates the suspicious death of Amie Harwick, the Hollywood therapist and former fiancée of Drew Carey, host of The Price is Right here on CBS. Police found Harwick unresponsive at her home the morning after Valentine's Day back in 2020. Her suspected killer is ex-boyfriend Gareth Pursehouse, who's been charged with her murder. He has pled not guilty. Drew Carey spoke with 48 Hours correspondent Erin Moriarty in his first extensive TV interview about Harwick's death.
In the hours just after Valentine's Day in 2020, Drew Carey's former fiancée, Amie Harwick, a Hollywood therapist, lost her life.
Obviously really beautiful. Like, she was smart. She had a PhD, master's degree. She cared so much about helping people. That was her life's purpose.
Drew and Amie met in 2017.
I felt so hard for her.
And a year later, to mark Valentine's Day, he shared news of their engagement.
My brand new lovely fiancée, Amie.
Still, like many Hollywood romances, theirs didn't last, and they broke up and fell out of touch. And then, out of the blue, just 2 days before her death, Amie reached out.
I got a text from her and would love to get together with you and talk. And I said, yeah, I would love to do that. I love you.
Are you sad you never got that chance?
I never got it. I never got a chance to do it.
On the last night of her life, Valentine's Day, Amie was out with friends and took these photos. Not long after, police found Amie lying below her bedroom balcony, fighting to breathe. There were deep marks on her neck, signs that she had been strangled. Inside, blood on a door, and on the balcony, a syringe like this one, containing a liquid that lab tests later revealed to be nicotine, which can be a lethal poison. Amie died on February 15th at 3:26 a.m. Amie's friend, Robert Koshland.
I would say it was like the sun was ripped from the sky.
Koshland reached out to Drew Carey.
And I just started crying, really bad.
Koshland says he instantly knew who might have done this to Amie, an ex-boyfriend, Gareth Pursehouse, whom Amie had reported for assaulting her before they broke up in 2012. She feared he was stalking her.
She literally said, if anything ever happens to me, it's Gareth.
Purshouse's DNA was found on Amie's fingernails and in her home. He was charged with her murder. Pursehouse has pleaded not guilty. Drew Carey says he's grateful for that last text exchange with Amie. And she did love you, because that's what I've heard.
And that's that's the big solace I get from it, is that she loved me, and I'm glad I could get that message to her before she died.
And Erin Moriarty joins us now. Erin, good morning. Drew Carey has not said much about this. Why do you think he's speaking now?
Well, I mean, as you could see, even from that small piece, she was an extraordinary woman. I think it's very difficult to talk about her loss. But I think that not just Drew Carey, but a lot of her friends are now speaking out because they really want to call attention to stalking, particularly intimate partner stalking. I think, and this weekend could not be a more perfect time. Believe it or not, Valentine's Day can be a trigger, and it probably was a trigger in Amie Harwick's case.
Who is this accused murderer, Gareth Pursehouse?
Well, on the face of it, he's a photographer that she knew, and he's also a software engineer. But he's not just an ex-boyfriend. He's an ex-boyfriend.
It's a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I noticed that you had talked about that. And so he is somebody that she had not seen over 8 years, although she did think that he might be stalking her. And then just 1 month before her death, they had this unplanned encounter, and he suddenly starts quoting verbatim text she had sent him 8 years earlier. Wow. So even though he says he had nothing to do with her murder, there's evidence that he was obsessed.
Yeah, he's accused, but he has pleaded not guilty. Erin, thank you very much. It's going to be a fascinating report. You can see Erin's full report, The Final Hours of Amie Harwick, tomorrow night at 10/9 Central, right here on CBS and on our streaming service, Paramount Plus, and on the CBS News streaming network.